welcome once again to Varsity Blues. Alex Prasad, David Nowes, Scott Wagner, and of course that was the name of the show all last year, as a joke. And I think we're right back to blues times here, guys. Of course, Michigan drops a close game, 38-36 to Purdue at home. We'll talk about all the firsts that creates. But just off the bat, we'll start with you, David. You're a freshman. This is your first year here, but you've been a Michigan fan for a long time. Where are you? I mean, can we talk you down off the ledge, or are you not at the ledge right at this point?
I don't think I'm at the ledge quite yet. What I would say is that I'm getting pretty close. And going 1-5 now in the Big Ten that's just unacceptable for Michigan football.
Do you accept this season, Scott? Are you for bad Michigan football?
I am not for bad Michigan football. I'm a junior, so I'm at the ledge, I think. I'm getting pretty frustrated.
It started with great games against App State and Oregon at home, and it's been all downhill since. The horror, as Brian of MGO Blog calls that game. This was pretty horrific too, guys. Let's take a look at the highlights. We'll see why we're so depressed, and most likely why you are too. Purdue won the toss, elected to receive, and right off the bat, Ralph Bolden, 22-yard run right there, and then a play-action pass 3 plays later. Look, it's the running back, uncovered, touchdown Purdue, 7-0. And what happened on this play, Scott? It was pretty obvious.
Yeah, well, if you look in here, there's Mike Williams. He's supposed to be picking up that running back, either him or Jonas Mouton. Both of them overran the play because they saw it going to the other direction. That leaves that running back wide open to run in for a touchdown.
Right, but at least the Michigan defense, same Michigan defense, but the Michigan offense, same relatively productive Michigan offense. Here, Roy Roundtree, who grabs the ball away from a defensive back. Roy Roundtree had a huge game, 10 catches, 120 yards or so. Big day for Roy Roundtree, bust-out game for him. Of course, he had committed to Purdue. There's another catch by Roundtree, and then 3 in a row on 3 successive plays in that first drive for Michigan, and then leaves it to Brandon Miner to finish things off. A 29-yard touchdown run. I think he made every single person on the Purdue defense miss at least once. And of course, yes, in typical Brandon Miner fashion, the fumble/reach over the goal line. Brandon Miner also had a very good game, repeating his 2008 performance against Purdue. But Joey Elliott right there to Aaron Valentine, 30 yards. Purdue field goal makes the score 10-7, still here in the first quarter. It was a 41-yarder. But Daryl Stoneham comes right back with a 55-yard return. He's been very good on returns. He had the touchdown return against Notre Dame as well. But then Michigan kind of stalls out. Jason Olesnavich with a 51-yard field goal. Jason Olesnavich, pretty good kicker this year. Nothing he's done has really come back to haunt Michigan. Ralph Bolden again there up the sideline. A late hit right there gives Purdue even more yardage. And then Joey Elliott makes a mistake. The defense forced a turnover. Actually, just severely underthrew that ball. Kevin Leach, the walk-on linebacker, with that interception. Here, 3rd and 9. Tate Forcier with a little Mike Vick magic up the middle. Picks up the first down. End of the first quarter. Moving on to the second. And then Brandon Miner once again. Miner rage. 55 yards for the touchdown. Michigan takes the 17-10 lead. And then Purdue has to punt. Things looking pretty good for Michigan at this point. Up 7, looking to get the ball back. And here they go right now. Tate Forcier finds Terrell Savoy right here on the rollout. 21 yards. Michigan offense clicking, the defense playing okay. Things looking good. Here's Tate up the middle again. This time he goes for 18 yards with a little spin. Reminding you of another short white guy that used to play for Michigan. Sam Duffy, perhaps. Here's Roy Roundtree making everyone forget about anyone on last year's team. Another touchdown right there for Roundtree. 24-10 Michigan at the end of the first quarter. It's great at the end of the first half. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. And now you see a little confusion pre-snap. This is the first play from scrimmage of the third quarter, and it was a triple option pitch. Tate Forcier, bad pitch to Brandon Miner. Fumble, Purdue recovers. On the next play, is the defense going to bail out the offense? No, they're not. Ralph Bolden, 19-yard touchdown run, 24-17 Michigan. Well, things are okay though. Here's Tate Forcier. Greg Matthews breaks a tackle on that little wide receiver lateral, really a long handoff. Goes for 28 yards, and then Tate Forcier keeping it himself. Thanks, cop, signaling touchdown. Blocks our camera view. But then Jason Olstad, oh wait, there's that play that came back to bite Michigan. 30-17. at this point, midway through the third quarter. Here, a big third down for Purdue, 3rd and 6. And predictably, first down. Joey Elliott finds his man, Cortez Smith, right there. And then it was Ralph Bolden all over again. He ended up with over 100 yards rushing on the day, right there with a nice 18-yard run. And then again, it would be Bolden finishing off the drive, busting tackles all over the place, scoring a touchdown, 30-24. Michigan's gonna get the ball back. Oh wait, no, onside kick catches everyone off guard. We'll hear what Rich Rodriguez says about that a little bit later. And then the very next play, watch how momentum turns. Jordan Kovacs right there, caught off guard. So is Wolfhook. Touchdown Purdue. It ends up with a 31. It was Cortez Smith that caught that ball. 31-30 Purdue at that point. And then another key third down for Purdue later in the game. Elliott pressured, finds his tight end for a big run right there. And Purdue, Joey Elliott takes it himself. 38-30, those 3 touchdowns in the span of just like 15 minutes real time. Can Michigan come back? Junior Hemingway says no. Muffing that punt. The personal foul, fair catch interference called on Purdue. Replay would show that no Purdue player touched Hemingway, by the way. But here's Michigan trying to make their own luck after that big break, and Brandon Minor takes over. Here, a big run, shedding tackles left and right for Minor, but called back because of a hold. And then Tate looking to make something happen on 4th down. Carlos Brown does a good job of making something happen. Dragged down, pitches it to Mark Huggy. First down. One of the best laterals we've seen in a long time. And of course, ironically against Purdue, their hook and ladder last year doomed Michigan. Unfortunately, the play is reviewed. It's ruled a forward lateral. Very up in the air when you watch the TV replays of that. But Purdue on the ensuing drive forced to punt. Michigan still about 5.5 minutes left at this point. They have a chance. Here's Junior Hemingway atoning for that muff earlier with a huge return all the way down to the Purdue 11-yard line, and it looks like Michigan is right back in business. Here's Tate Forcier looking into the end zone, looking. It tells Carlos Brown to block the linebacker, takes it himself. First down, Michigan on the 1-yard line. We've been here before. This time, Michigan does score the touchdown. It's Brandon Minor up the middle. But 2-point conversion to tie the game. Not much time left. Not much time for Tate Forcier either. And you see right there, Mark Huggy just completely whiffs on the defensive end. And Tate has very little time to do anything. And fade to black. Just like Michigan football season. After those first 4 weeks, guys, things looked really good. Couple weeks later, things look still okay. Some tough losses close at Michigan State, at Iowa. But now we hold our heads in our hands and just shake our heads. We'll take a look at the stats from this game. It was definitely ugly, just like every other Michigan football game against Big Ten opponent this year. Michigan outgained again, of course. Last time Purdue won at the Big House, 1966. Michigan's lost 5 straight to Big Ten opponents. When was the last time that happened? I didn't even want to look that up. Michigan has not beaten an FBS team since September 26th, guys. Of course, the 38-36 loss here in Ann Arbor. And as we roll over to the other stats, we'll see Michigan outgained again by another Big Ten opponent. We'll start with you, Scott. Why did they lose? I mean, in this particular instance, obviously there's lots of problems with this team, but if you have to pin it on one thing in this game, what do you blame it on?